What's going on, guys? My name is Johnstax and this is my latest salvage auction pickup. This is a 2017 Audi S5. I bought this thing for $11,100. Well, that was the winning bid. After fees, it was closer to 12. I'll put the fee breakdown up on the screen right now for you guys to see. The fees do get a little bit ridiculous, but that's what we have to live with. So in today's video, I'm gonna do a full walk around of the damage of the car. I'll show you guys which parts I purchased and we're gonna immediately start working on it. I'm trying to get this car on the road as soon as possible, so we work very quick. We're not gonna stretch it out to 10 parts like some other people. So without further ado, let's start off by looking at the front end. From far away, the front end might look perfect, but that's definitely not the case. The hood right here is dented and scratched up, as well as the bumper. But it's not ripped or torn or anything, so it's gonna be an easy repair. As well as the hood, that's just gonna be repaired, no need for replacement. This was actually a surprise to me. In the pictures on the original auction listing, I did not see this front end damage, but it's all right because this car was such a good deal. Another surprise was the missing emblems. Most of the emblems are missing on this car, other than these Audi rings, but I can't complain. Right now I'm gonna pop the hood and take a look underneath at the engine bay. A little bit disappointing that it's so trashed under here. Like, I don't know what this is.
Didn't focus, dude. Screw that freaking name.
Wait, no. Under the hood, it's a little bit dirtier than I'd like. There's dirt and mud everywhere, leaves, but I'm not concerned about anything mechanically here. It's a 2017 with 17,000 miles, and the fluid levels are good. It wasn't hit in the front, and we're gonna check the oil level later with the MMI, but that's it for the front here. Let's start moving on to the side where the primary damage was. The fender was hit up front right here and in the back, so it's completely destroyed. It's gonna need replacing 100%, but that's all right because I already purchased some parts from a local junkyard. I bought this fender for just $250 and this door for $350. The door is actually the same paint code, but it's off a car from 2010. So it's gonna need to be blended regardless. And I have some other miscellaneous parts like emblems and carpets, but we'll put those on later. Moving back onto the damage, the fender and door obviously need to be replaced. And the wheel up here, there's chunks missing from it because this is where the main impact was. Even right here, you can see it's pretty bad. But I think this could be repaired by a wheel specialist. So the wheel is damaged and the suspension is broken. The wheel doesn't turn right. I'm not sure exactly what's broken, but we're gonna take the wheel off and show you more of the damage and probably get that replaced today. Other than that, the main reason I believe the car was totaled is because of the damage to the pillar. Let's take a look from the inside. It's easily visible that way. As you can see, it's dented right here. The biggest impact here is from the door hinge getting pushed into the pillar. So upon further inspection, we can see that the hinge is pushed into the pillar and maybe some of these wires are ripped. For the frame shop, this is nothing. They could easily straighten this, especially with my new door. Moving on, the rear quarter panel does have some damage, but I think it's just gonna be repaired. It doesn't necessarily need replacement. And on the inside, this thing is super clean, just 17,000 miles. It does have a 6-speed manual transmission. So this model does come with the push button start. So let's go ahead and start it up. There are some fault lights for like traction and tire pressure and ABS, but that's no surprise as there is suspension damage. And you can see right there just 17,962 miles. Everything in here is super clean. So moving on towards the back, there's no damage, just a minor curb rash on the wheel, which isn't too bad. And if we zoom out, this may look like scratches or damage. This is just tape residue, which is gonna be washed off, so no damage back here. Towards the back, the Audi 4 Rings logo is missing, as well as the S5 badge, but I can't really complain. It does have the backup camera, parking sensors, and the updated taillights, obviously, because it's 2017. It does have a stock exhaust system, but I will be upgrading in the future. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know. I'm not sure which exhaust I want to go with yet, but keep in mind this is the V6 supercharged model, not the V8. On this side, once again, no damage, just minor curb rash, no damage to the door. And this front fender, supercharged logo is missing once again. Not the end of the world. This wheel has more damage than the rear ones. Even the tire got cut a little bit, but it's still fully functional. It's not flat or anything. The first time I saw these wheels on the auction photos, I thought they were some sort of aftermarket rims or something, but these are actually part of the Audi black optics package, which includes black 20-inch wheels, black mirror caps, and the black trim around the windows. Typically this would be chrome in Audi S models, but with the black optics package, it's all blacked out. So that's gonna be it for the exterior walk around. The next step is removing this wheel and seeing what suspension components we need to replace. I finally got the wheel off, and now we'll get a closer look at the suspension as well as the wheel damage. So the wheel up here, obviously those same chunks missing, which I was kind of disappointed about, but I am happy that the tire holds air, it's not losing pressure or anything. But towards the back, I did find more damage. As you can see, there's a massive scratch along half of the wheel. But honestly, I think this could get fixed, and for a reasonable amount of money. And now that it's off, I'll be bringing it to different shops and getting quotes, and I'll see if it's even fixable and how much it would cost. Now let's move on to this suspension damage. It's kind of dark, so I'll turn on my flashlight. Up top, everything looks good. The shock is in decent shape from first glance, not sure on that though. Upper control arms look good. Towards the bottom is where the real damage is. As you can see, the tie rod is twisted, and there's a chunk of metal from the knee or spindle. I'm not sure the official name of this part, but as you can see, it snapped off right there. The lower control arm appears to be in decent shape, as well as the axle. So overall, nothing crazy here. The shock tower isn't damaged or anything like that. Now that you guys saw the full walk around of this car, the suspension breakdown, the engine bay, the exterior, and all the damage, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Was $11,100 a good final bid for this thing? I know it was an excellent bid because I actually won this car 3 times. Round 1, I believe it was like $10,300. Then I won it for $10,400 on the second auction. And on the third auction, I won it for $11,100. Even after I won it the 3rd time, the insurance company counter offered $17,300. I obviously declined, and after waiting for a little bit, they finally accepted my $11,100 bid, and I took this thing home. That was super exciting. I was super excited when I won it for such a low price, and the insurance company was probably disappointed that they couldn't get their $17,300. And then I ended up taking the car home for $11,100. I didn't budge on that because I won this car 3 times, so I knew nobody else wanted it. I'm not sure why nobody wanted it for more money, but I have a feeling it's because of the manual transmission and the dealerships who sell these cars after repairing them. It's a lot harder to sell a manual car because most people can't drive it or something, or they just prefer the DSG. But I don't know. The only thing I do know is that I completely stole this thing, and I do have some plans for it for the future. Under the hood, I'm planning on doing a pulley upgrade, a cold air intake upgrade, and a stage 2 tune. That should easily get it over 100 horsepower, bringing it almost to 450 horsepower, which is crazy. And then I'll be doing some cosmetic modifications such as window tint and a black vinyl wrap on the roof. I don't like going too crazy on the modifications. I probably won't even do a lip or anything like that. Just the window tint and vinyl wrap on the roof. And towards the back, definitely doing an exhaust upgrade. This thing's super quiet. When I started it earlier, you probably didn't even hear me start it up. It's so quiet. So I'll be doing an exhaust upgrade. And this stock diffuser, I do like it because it's not too aggressive. I might wrap it as well so it matches, because it doesn't really match the rest of the car. So that thing might get wrapped. And then these emblems in the back, I'll be doing the black 4 Rings logo and black S5 badge. Gonna look nice and match the black optics package. Maybe I'll find some other modifications I want to get, but this car is really nice how it is. I really like how the Audi engineers designed it. Very clean looking car. Definitely look forward to that stuff. I am taking recommendations in the comments. What I should do to this thing, the best ECU tune, the best exhaust. So comment down below. Also, a lot of you guys have been asking about my Accord, what I'm doing with it, if I'm selling it, if you could buy it. Right now, I'm working on the salvage inspection paperwork. So once I pass on this thing, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I would like to keep and drive it. I like Hondas, they're reliable. This is a nice sedan. All my other cars are 2 doors. So I would like to keep this thing, but I'm not sure yet. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. And for all you guys that have been asking about my R32, I did order an exhaust, but it's coming from the UK, and it's been 3 weeks already. I'm not sure if it's ever gonna show up. I might just end up canceling it and getting a closer one. But if it does show up, I am looking forward to installing that. And I have been driving the car. It's been a lot of fun. Let me know if you want to see more content on that. Before you guys ask, this is my friend's Honda Civic. He recently bought it from the auction too, and this thing only has 27,000 miles. It's a 2015, and he paid like $3,000 for it or something super cheap like that. It does have a hit in the back, which is pretty significant. Look at that, the rear quarter is completely busted. This is his car, and if you guys want to see that, I'll just link his channel down in the description below. And he's gonna be doing a build series on this one as well. So if you guys wanna see that, check it out. I'll link it down below.